This is episode 3 of the Money Freedom Movement podcast. I am Kim Wren, your host, and I'm excited to play for you an interview with a close friend of mine, Cannie. She's a real estate agent here in the Atlanta area and so passionate about what she does. She tells me all of the time that her mission is to help families build generational wealth through real estate. So if you have considered purchasing a home, you need a good agent on your side. They can make or break deals for you. Make sure you're getting fair prices, good prices. And Sade is very passionate about that work. We meet up all the time around the Atlanta area to get work done together in coffee shops or restaurants. And she is on and off the phone, texting back and forth, negotiating deals the whole time. And man, she gets it done. She crowns herself the negotiation queen. And so you'll hear the passion in her voice in this interview. Speaking of, fair warning, this interview we recorded in a studio space. It was a studio that I wasn't super familiar with the equipment, and to be honest, wasn't very happy with the audio quality that we got. I've doctored up the sound as much as I can, but it is not the best audio quality. This is the only interview that I did in that space, so hopefully future interviews will come out better. But please, forgive me, and if you can get past the audio quality and maybe having to play with the volume on your headphones or in your car while you're listening to this, wherever you're listening to this, then you will love the content when we get into that. So, Sade Cannie of ShadeSoldIt, ShadeSoldIt.com. Getting into the home buying process. She breaks it down for you. So if you are looking into purchasing or selling a home, she's got some very practical advice for you here. So before we get into that, let's hear some intro music. Welcome to the Money Freedom Movement podcast. My name is Kim Wren. I'm your host, and I'm so excited for our very, very, very first guest to the Money Freedom Movement podcast show. Sade is here. She's in the house. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I did not know that I was the first guest.
You're the first guest.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So I gotta bring it.
Yeah, no pressure. Tell the people who you are.
So my name is Sade Cannie. I am currently a full-time realtor in Atlanta. I work with buyers, sellers, and investors.
Hey, awesome. So today we're talking about real estate as it relates to personal finance and people's, wealth building journeys and all of that. But before we jump into all of that, tell us your background in real estate, how you decided to become a realtor and all that. What's your story?
So my story starts at a young age. My aunt, every time we would come and visit, I'm from a small town from Milledgeville, Georgia. So every time I came to Atlanta to spend time with my aunt, she would take us to like luxury subdivisions and just pretty much stress the importance of working hard and we can own a home like that. So every time I get stressed out or just need a change of scenery, even up into college, I would go and I would drive around in those neighborhoods. So that kind of started my love for real estate. And then college, my goal was to pretty much just sell one home. I know that now that's crazy, but in college, that was on my bucket list, was to just sell one home. And then, college went on, graduated, and I met my mentor while I was on a real estate mentor. I met her while I was at one of my jobs, and I was just really over that job. I was really just ready to go, but I really didn't know where to go.
Right. Sure people can relate.
Yeah. So pretty much I told her I always had a somewhat interest in real estate, and she just pretty much threw me in the water.
Boom.
Yeah.
And we went from there.
Yeah, we did.
Cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
So Sade's brand is ShadeSoldIt.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure, if you're looking to sell a home, it's in her name. So, I mean, you pretty much
much have to seek her out and use her services. But okay, so you posted something on Instagram the other day. You've got a new Instagram series kind of going on, educating people about real estate. And you said something that caught my attention at the beginning. You said that the beginning of the year is when people tend to have the most money available. At this point of the year was when people tend to have the most money available. And you started to give some tips, some advice for as far as real estate goes for how people can leverage that. Can you expand on that idea?
So typically at the beginning of the year, you have your tax returns. Some employers offer their employees profit sharing. And then sometimes you have bonuses that just pretty much rolled over into the new year.
Right, from the holidays.
So the first quarter is generally the time of the year where one has the most money that they'll have than any other time during the year.
Right.
And a lot of people opt to do vacations or, paying bills. And there's nothing wrong with any of those things.
Or buy a car. You see a lot of those temporary tags popping up this time of the year. Okay, so if I got their tax refund.
So you get the new car in January, and then in April you just get in the back.
Right. Okay, so tell people how to leverage those lump sums they might have.
So pretty much there are 5 ways that you could invest your checks into real estate. So the first, you could use that to help pay your down payment. There are programs that you may be eligible for that can help offset your down payment. But you should still definitely use that money. We have your closing costs, which closing costs are the expenses and fees associated with purchasing a home. So you can use, now the seller may help the buyer with a small percentage of the closing costs, but essentially the closing cost is the buyer's responsibility.
That's your responsibility.
Correct. Now they may help you, but if they don't, it's still your responsibility.
Gotcha.
You can use it to pay off debt, of course. That will help you increase your credit score and reduce your debt to income ratio, which will help your chances of getting pre-approved better.
Sure.
You could also use it to save for emergencies, not just in your home, but just outside emergencies. When I was buying my first home, our car broke down. So luckily we had that money ready, and we could take care of that and still purchase a home. A lot of people are one car wreck away from losing it all.
Of course.
Well, having that money in reserves.
Absolutely. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. They're one paycheck away from either being evicted or missing a mortgage payment or something like that. So I could definitely see that cash savings can be the thing that helps the deal continue to go through.
And also, if you already own a home and you get a refund check, make a double payment. Make an extra payment because that can knock years off of your mortgage. Yes.
Run that calculation. If you ever go online to an online mortgage calculator and you plug that in, making 26 payments or paying a little bit on your mortgage every time you get paid instead of just 12 times out of the year every month, it'll save you, like Sade was saying, literally years off of your mortgage just by doing it that way. So that's cool. Anything else along those lines? Or was that
Those are pretty much, and just also having money for reserves, because of course the bank wants to make sure that you are able to make those payments every single month. So if your mortgage is, you're looking at a $2,000 mortgage. The $2,000 never hit your bank account.
Right.
And it's like, where are you going to get this money from to pay this $2,000?
Right.
So just want to make sure that your money is accounted for.
Yeah, because when the bank gives you a mortgage, the bank is taking a risk on you, and they want to make sure that they are covered.
Correct. Especially
after 2008 and learning what happened there. Some hard lessons learned in the mortgage lending world and just in general. So can you walk through for somebody who might decide, like, this is their year, 2020, we're buying our first house. Can you walk somebody through that process? Because it is such a daunting process for somebody who's never been through it before.
Mm-hmm.
What are, they know they have cash set aside. They've been scrolling through Zillow every day, liking their favorite cute little homes. So tell somebody, what are the first steps? How do you walk your buyers through that process?
So pretty much, initially when someone wants to buy a home, of course, we give them the benefits of buying a home, and we'll go over that later during the podcast. But we go over the benefits to let you know what's in it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I learn your expectations of me. I give you my expectations of you.
Oh.
I figure out where you are financially.
Okay.
So where are you credit wise?
Yeah.
Where? How much are you currently paying for rent?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you looking to stay? Why do you want to stay there? Just figuring out the whole psyche of why you want to purchase a home.
Okay.
And after that, after we go ahead and I give you my suggestions, my opinions, I get you over to one of my preferred lenders, because we won't get anywhere until we get you some finance.
Literally, there will be no house buying until there is some money.
Correct.
Right.
So once I figure out everything I need to know up front, I get you over to a lender. I may share some other things.
Now, listen.
Okay.
Mortgage lenders know everything about you.
They do.
You might fill out a cute little online form, but those mortgage lenders, they will find out everything. They'll find out things about you did not know.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why mortgage lenders are so on you, like white on rice, is because if something were to go wrong during or after you purchase your home, like mortgage fraud or whatever, that mortgage lender could lose their job.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on you to make sure that you fit those guidelines, meet those requirements, because it saves them and you.
Right. For sure. Okay. So you hooked them up with the mortgage lender. They go through that process. Let's say they get pre-approved. So,
got it.
Yay.
So I call pre-approval the golden ticket. It's like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like you said, when you make up your mind that you want to purchase a home, you start looking on Zillow or you start looking online.
Yeah.
Typically, one looks at a home that they, at this point, because I don't want to say that they will never be able to afford the home, but right now, you may not be able to get that home.
It's a little stretch.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the bank, when the lender pre-approves you, and we get the pre-approved, the golden ticket. Now we know what price range to look in.
Okay.
Because I always want my clients to be realistic and to deal with the now, not the what if.
Sure.
Because we need to deal with the black and white.
Right.
What do we have to work with?
Right. Because they're looking in the 250 range,
and then the bank saying,
they're like 170, 150, baby.
And so now everything that you have seen, you're like, now you're heartbroken.
Yeah. Right.
And so I said, stop looking. If you look, stop. Let's get you pre-approved.
Yeah.
Because also, we start looking at $300,000 homes, but then when you get that mortgage rate, you're like, whoa, I don't want to pay that.
Right, that sticker shock.
So, if during my initial meeting, I do ask for budget.
Okay.
How much are you comfortable paying every month for mortgage? Because that's important.
Sure.
Because your wallet may not match your taste. For me, my wallet did not match my taste. So what I had to do was I had to convert. I had to make that work for me.
Right.
So my budget was $1,300. The homes I was looking at was not $1,300.
Right.
So I had to keep my budget, but I had to basically flip my home so that it could look like the homes that I had been looking at.
Got you. Okay. Okay. So we are approved. We know our amount. So then I'm guessing like the fun part of searching for a home comes next.
So we get in the car, we gas up, we get in the car. We look at homes that I've, pretty much pre-screened for you.
Mm-hmm.
We go look at the homes. I let you tour them, give you your feedback.
Right.
You like it?
Sure.
We put in an offer.
Okay.
Right now is a seller's market.
So what does that mean?
So pretty much in a nutshell, for every one home, there may be 5 or 6 people liking it. So inventory is low.
Okay.
Let's put it like that. Inventory is low.
So there are a lot of people competing to buy a small amount of homes.
Correct.
Okay.
Or any home.
Any home.
Yeah.
Any home. Not just
small homes.
Right.
There's a lot of people wanting to buy big homes, small homes.
So more buyers than sellers.
Correct.
Got you.
So what that means is that when you find a home that you like, you have to bring it. And bringing it is, many different things. When you place that offer, if you want to win, because you got to remember that seller is going to have a lot of offers.
Got you.
So if you want to win it, you got to bring it.
So right now, like, we're in a place where sellers kind of have the leverage in the negotiation process, maybe because they have the home that all these people are trying to buy.
Correct.
Okay, got you. So you put your offer in, you're negotiating maybe on your client's behalf.
Correct.
And hopefully you win the.
No, we do win.
Oh, we do win. It's not a maybe.
No. If you really want that home and that home is something that you really want, we're going in. We have strategic offers.
Yes.
We win. I'm the multiple offer queen. We will win.
There you go, Sade. We'll get you that house.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So they accept the offer.
Correct.
It's like the happiest day of the buyer's life. What's next?
Once we go under contract, we start the inspection.
Okay.
Because everything looks good to the eye, but let's get to the bone. So we focus on the major things because cosmetics can be things that change.
Got you.
So you don't worry about paint. You don't worry about the small things. You worry about big things, roof, plumbing, electrical. Things that are going to cost you money in the end and could possibly harm your life.
Right.
Mold. So we look for those things. Once we, some homes, good to go. Some homes, not so much. So we break down those big things, share with the seller what we found, and we pretty much negotiate what they will and will not do.
Gotcha.
Once we get past negotiation with the payers, we get the appraisal to make sure, if the home is worth what we're willing to pay.
Gotcha.
If it is, great, keep it moving. If not, we have to sell it to reduce. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Okay.
After that, it's the lender and my buyer making sure all the conditions are, and conditions vary based on the person.
Okay.
So they, pretty much tango, make sure everything is good, and we close.
Okay. The closing table.
Yeah.
A lot of paperwork, a lot of signing, and then some keys at the end.
Keys exchange, pictures taken, gifts
The
exchange.
Instagram post.
Tears.
Yes. ShadeSoldIt. Yes, tears. That's cool. That's fun. That's really fun. In a long process. So, what do you say to people who want to try going out on their own and making all this happen on their own? I mean, just hearing you talk through this is overwhelming to me. And to attempt to go out there by myself to try to figure all this out would be so overwhelming. But I'm sure you meet people who think, or have at least heard of people who think, like, I don't want to pay a realtor. I can go figure it out. Either, sure. So yeah, you can talk about it from the seller's perspective.
From the seller's point, you do have people who try to pretty much cut out the quote unquote middleman. And oftentimes they lose money. So you think that you're going to keep money, but sometimes you lose money because for one, your home sits not even on the market because you don't have it on the market because you represent it yourself. So you're sitting on that home.
Right.
So you lose money every time no one is able to see your home.
Yeah.
So no one's seeing the home.
Right.
And you have this grand, spanking, beautiful home, but no one sees it.
Yeah.
Then you have to pay a attorney about an hour to do it. So really, you're thinking you're saving time and money, but it's really you're adding more of a headache to yourself.
Gotcha. So what is the value for somebody of even owning a home? Why is homeownership a good thing. In your point of view, why is that a good thing to aspire for?
Well, first I want to start with ownership.
Okay.
In order to have power, you have to own things. And
like
a lot
that.
of people in our community, we don't have any power because we don't have any ownership.
That's powerful.
Thank
you. Yeah.
And I live by that.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, it is.
It's so true. Simple.
But true.
The person whose name is on the title or whatever it is the person who's ultimately in charge.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Tax deductions.
Okay.
Every year, people have to file their taxes.
Of course.
I tell everybody, homeowners are able to have tax reductions or tax deduction advantages that renters cannot. You cannot do that, with your renting. And some of the expenses, maybe, property taxes, mortgage points,
right,
mortgage insurance premium, and even moving expenses for active military.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You build credit, paying your mortgage on time shows that you are a responsible borrower. The freedom to modify. Even, like I mentioned earlier, my taste did not fit my budget. So I had to pretty much keep my budget, but all the granite countertops and stainless steel appliances that I was admiring in the bigger budgets, I had to spend my money and put it in my home. So now my budget is still intact, and now my home looks similar to the one I was looking at.
There you go.
So it was a win-win for me.
Sure.
And it was just the freedom to modify. I could paint my house pink if I wanted to.
Sure.
You cannot do that when you're renting an apartment or a home. You cannot do that. That's their home.
Right.
Of course, the building equity. Every time that you pay your mortgage, a portion of it goes to interest and a portion of it goes to the principal of the loan. As your home value increases, so does your equity.
Sure.
And the most important to me, and what I found was the most receptive when I talked to renters, was when you own a home, you have a stable monthly bill.
Yeah.
As far as your mortgage.
Nobody's raising the rent.
No. Because when you're renting an apartment, market prices are going up, especially in Atlanta. Atlanta's hot. It's hot Atlanta.
Ooh. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, it is. So if you're renting an apartment, they need to go up.
Sure. They have to.
Yeah.
The landlord to survive there.
When you're renting a home.
Yeah.
They're going to go up because they can.
Right.
They can.
Right. And as the owner, they're paying the property taxes on it. So you the renter are covering their property taxes. You're covering the mortgage on it. You're covering, you're covering all their expenses.
You're paying for their freedom.
Plus their profit. Yeah. So, yeah.
Those are the benefits.
Yep. Okay.
And renting.
Yeah.
Is higher than mortgage.
It sure is. What? Sometimes I look sometimes and I'm like, how?
Yes, ma'am.
Atlanta? You want $1,300 for a studio, a one bedroom, just an apartment, not even a whole house.
And $1,100 right now.
Yeah.
You would not be staying in where you want to stay.
Right.
But, you will not be where you want to stay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say, well, I can't. We're comfortable with renting because it deems easier. But the whole process that I explained to you, once you file the home, takes up to 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
So even though, I kind of cringe when you said a long process, because honestly, it's not.
Okay.
It can be very similar to renting. Sometimes you have to wait for that apartment to be clean. You have to wait. Sometimes you have to put your first and last rent.
Yeah.
That can be similar to a down payment. So essentially, you're already doing what you are going to be doing to buy a home. You're just doing it for somebody else.
Sure.
You're giving him tax deduction.
Sure.
You're giving him. You're paying for his freedom. You're paying for his children. Tuition. It's just you're paying $1,300 a month for renting. You're thinking that's okay, but you have a 1-bedroom apartment. You could be in a 3-4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, paying the same thing.
Yeah. So cool. Man, listen, I'm trying to get my stuff together too, because home ownership is Hasn't been in the works for me yet, but it's definitely on the way.
Coming.
It's coming. 2020. I don't know if it'll happen in 2020, but I'm laying. Yeah, we've talked. I'm laying things down brick by brick.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So I sent you an article, getting ready for this interview, and it was basically talking about how Black ownership, how African Americans are homeowners at far fewer rates than white Americans. There's a huge gap, and actually something that was interesting is that there are fewer percentage-wise. There's a wider gap between Black ownership and white ownership than there was in the 60s when it was legal for lenders to discriminate against Black borrowers. So when it was legal for people to be denied loans solely based on the color of their skin, there was still a closer, ratio of Black homeowners to white homeowners. What's going on? Why is that? What do you think factors play? What factors play into that?
One, fear. Fear.
The
most common thing that I hear outside of credit would be they don't think they can do it. I think homeownership has this misconception that it is going to be more than your current rent.
Okay.
So I think people are afraid of a bad roof, because of course one of the big difference between owning a home and renting a home is that when you're renting, when something breaks, shuts down, the landlord takes care of that.
Sure.
But if something happens when you own a home and it breaks and you have to fix it.
Right.
But I would tell anyone there's multiple ways to skin a cat. There are home warranties. There's just a lot of different things that can help offset the cost. Building relationships with plumbers, building a relationship with electricians, learning how to do some things even yourself.
Not that skill to have.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that fear that they think that it's just going to cost more, when in reality, once I get them pre-approval, we're in a home, they're like, oh my God, I'm actually saving money on my, every month. I'm able to take my wife. One of my clients helped me. He got moved to Atlanta from out of state, and he was just like, that was one of his fears, just paying more. Right. We were able to get him a new HVAC, a new roof, everything new. All those big costly things that are scary, everything's new. So if you tear it up, it's on you. Now you did.
We were something wrong.
Yeah. So we were able to negotiate all those things for him. So that helped. And I don't want to say that because everybody's probably not going to get new things, but
right.
We were able to get those things for him, and he called me and was like, "Oh my God! Like, we save so much money, every month,
right?
From that small 2-bedroom apartment,
right?
He now has a basement,
right?
2-car garage, and he saves money.
Yeah.
So fear. Credit, yes,
that's a big one.
Also, just a lack of knowledge. But now we really can't say that anymore.
Sure.
Because now we have YouTube, Facebook, podcasts.
There's so much information.
Articles. So, now we can't really use, so that still goes back to fear.
Right.
Fear of putting that, because I tell everybody, sometimes too much information is bad information.
Of course.
Because now your brain is on overload.
Of course.
So now you're not able to act on what you just read or just heard because it's just, you're on overload.
Right.
So credit also just learning the ins and outs of credit.
Yes.
And learning how, because in our community, credit is bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tends to be.
We learn about credit in the end. Like, we fall down and then that's when we learn about it.
Right.
So
yeah, people realize that they have a low credit score or a thin credit file or whatever when they go to apply for something and they can't get it or they can't get the type of loan that they're, they can't get it on reasonable terms. So then they have to go back to the drawing board, spend a year building their credit, and then reapplying. But yeah, what's so crazy to me? This is a thing that I've been saying so much lately. Just finances in general, real estate included in that. I think of real estate as a form of financial services in a lot of ways. It is insane to me that in like high school and college, we can take like a woodshop class and we can take a visual art class. Not that those things are not valuable, but at no point do we learn about like balancing our budgets and building credit. Like, how does that work?
Well, it's like this. Yeah, you're probably going to edit this out. School is systematic. There are reasons why certain things are inaccessible to certain people. Mm-hmm. So there's a reason why you only give people what you want them. So if you're going to put African Americans in a box, there's only so much information that you're going to give to them.
Sure,
and that's just the truth.
Right.
So a lot of the times, like I said, it's fear and it's reaching out to people like you, Kim, and like, hey, could you help me lay this out and literally getting out of that mindset shift. Getting out of that mindset. Well, I don't want to tell Kim about my business.
Listen, Black people be like that. They be like,
why you need to know how much I make?
Excuse me, did you know that I do finances and also you came to me? I've been on the phone a couple times with people. Like, I've sent them my client intake survey and all that. Like, they know the questions I'm gonna ask them. So I'll ask them like, how much is in your 401k? Why? So I don't really give out my personal information to people like that. That's not personal information. It's just I just need to know the number.
And you should,
right?
Now I'm not saying do that to Peter Pan on the street.
Exactly.
But it is someone who I built a relationship with and trust.
Who's a professional in the field.
And you know what, though, Kim, too? A lot of people think that those services are only exclusive to the privy.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of people think, well, I need to be making $70,000 or $80,000 a year to talk to somebody like him.
Right.
I would tell the Walmart or McDonald's manager to talk. Yeah. Don't start planning your finances when you make the money. Making more money will not put you in a better financial situation when you're the power of broke. I cannot remember the guy who made FUBU, and I know I need to know his real name by heart.
I don't know it either.
But the Shark Tank
somebody
FUBU
tell us.
Man,
Draymond
or something like that.
Sure,
he FUBU'd it for me. FUBU, he has a book called The Power of Broke. A lot of us, and it's okay. A lot of us are starting at a low point, like you said. Of course, I haven't bought my first home. That's okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom.
Right.
That's okay.
Acquire
the knowledge, implement the knowledge, and you will succeed. It's been proven time and time again, but I think fear, and also not utilizing free resources. YouTube. Sit on YouTube. And we can get on Facebook every day. Get on YouTube for an hour a day and learn these things. Right. Even driving up here, I learned something new.
Yeah.
Just listening to YouTube.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Good stuff. And I love it. And I'm not editing that out because it's good. Okay. It's real.
Somebody's like, oh, there she go.
There she go. Okay, so let's start wrapping up here. Okay. So I asked you if you have speaking of any Black businesses that you want to give a shout out to for showing Black excellence.
Yes, so I absolutely love her IG handle is goddess_Charlie. Goddess and Charlie are both spelled, GODDESS. Charlie CHARLIE. So pretty normal.
Good job
spelling
on the spot.
Thank you.
I was nervous.
So her name is @goddess_Charlie. She is absolutely the tribal knotless braid queen. Her work is absolutely amazing. Before watermarking was pretty much a thing that you needed to do to protect your work, her braids, I have seen them on Pinterest, Essence magazine, and everything. Like, they are amazing. So definitely check her out. She is absolutely amazing. Even the lady who I met out there, Jessica,
Jasmine.
I love her.
Jasmine Wild, everybody. Go find her on Instagram. Yeah. And go get, if you are expecting, hey baby, ATL.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Right.
You know, it's a known fact. There's a lot of Scorpios on the way, so reach out to her because that's dope.
Yeah, she's doing dope stuff for sure. Okay, cool. All right, and I want to give a shout out to Nicole Bell, which we know Nicole. We work out together. Shout out to K-Team. Nicole, she's a photographer.
Yeah, girl. You know, I never knew her last name.
Yeah, I know her. But Nicole Bell so her company is called Nicole Brody Photography. So we recently did headshots for my new website and all of that, and Instagram and all the things. I haven't posted them yet as of the time of this recording. But man, she is good at what she does. Yeah. She's a talented photographer. I was like, first of all, we worked out together for months. That's what I said. And I had no idea she did photography. I was like, where did this come from?
She posts something like, yes, I'm a photographer. So I DM her like, wait a minute. Right. Like my words were, wait a minute. What?
You're like, run that back?
So then I go to her, this girl has a website and everything. I'm just like,
whole website.
And not only is she talented, what I really love about a Black woman is their spirit. Mm-hmm. Because Nicole could have told me she was a painter. Mm-hmm. I would have had her painting in my home. She could have told me she was a plumber. I would have bust a pipe and let her plumb. Because it's like, you want to support someone with a spirit like that.
Yes.
So I was completely, so her spirit is so amazing. And then to see her, because when we work out, we're family, we're sisters. Yeah. So then when you see people at their real job, you're like, what?
You're like, what? And that's not even her real job. No. That's not even her day job. It is a real job. But that's her, just like a side hustle for her. But she's so good at it. Very professional. Like the forms she sent me were really professional. Like the invoicing, all that was so smooth. She got to our site early to make sure we had a space kind of set aside. And she spent the time with me that it took to get the shots that we needed. And she's been great in this whole process. So anybody out there who's getting married soon and needs a wedding photographer, engagement photos, if you are doing some personal branding and need some headshots, hit up Nicole Brody Photography. The website is Nicole Brody, BRODY.co, not .com, but .co. So head there, hit her up. She's great.
I told her that I wanted her to be my wedding pictures because her and my boyfriend actually went to the same college. Which was so weird and just so crazy. Yeah.
Those Xavier people roll deep too.
They do.
They are proud of
they both went to homecoming, I was like, girl, And so I was just like, I know that when he does propose, then we were going to get married in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. So I wanted someone who knew the scenic places.
Of course.
Because if we're going to do photography in New Orleans, I need to see palm trees, big buildings, second line. I need to see all of that in my pictures.
Right.
So I wanted someone who, and it goes back to her spirit. Mm-hmm. I know that I can be like, Nicole, I want to do something crazy. Right. I want to sit in the street.
She'll make it happen.
And she will make it happen. And she will make me feel good about it.
Yeah.
She's a great person. It's like if you're an introvert, she is so good at drawing what you need out of you.
Yes.
And so I needed that from her. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, you're going to be my photographer.
There you go.
Make yourself available because it's you.
Yeah. She's great. She's great. All right. Check out NicoleBrody.co for your photography needs. And Sade, man, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today. Tell people where they can find you online.
So you guys can follow me on Instagram. I do daily updates, the life of an agent. And then, of course, my posts are about real estate, culture, Atlanta, and my travels. I'm a foodie, so I love to eat. So my Instagram handle is ShadeSoldIt, and that's SHADE.sold, SOLDIT. Or you guys could give me a call. I love to talk.
Yeah.
So my number is 404-838-1382.
There you go. There you have it. Sade of ShadeSoldIt. Thanks for being here today. And yeah,
we did it.
Party on.
Good stuff. I always love getting to talk to Sade. She always brings the energy and the laughs and all of that. So check out her work, ShadeSoldIt.com. If you're looking to buy or sell in the Atlanta market, definitely hit her up. And check out the businesses we talked about in the show as well. They'll all be linked in the show notes. And yeah, thanks for being here. Make sure to tune in on Friday for your payday proverb. And I'm Kim Wren, your host. You know where to find me, themoneyfreedommovement.com. Email kim@themoneyfreedommovement.com. If you have any questions or suggestions for guests or, other businesses for the podcast, would love to hear your feedback. And yeah, until then, happy Valentine's Day coming up soon. And until next time, be relentless in the pursuit of your freedom. Take care, y'all.